What's on, guys? Just here back to my channel. And tonight I'll be doing a review for WWE Monday Night Raw and stuff. It was a good show tonight. Kind of sad. Uh, if you guys heard of that, Rhea Ripley vacate her women's world championship live on Monday Night Raw and stuff. Man, it sucks, man. Golly, I'm so upset because of Liv Morgan kind of injured her and stuff, her arm, or whatever, but shoulder, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, definitely everybody's gonna boo. Shit, something popped up. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, it was crazy and stuff, but yeah, it was a good show tonight, and it's gonna get to it then. You know, the intro and stuff. They introduce us to the show. Let's and here's what we're gonna talk about right now. Um, We then hear the familiar sounds of Rhea Ripley's theme song. Out comes the WWE Women's World Champion with her arm in a sling. She heads to the ring as Pat McAfee joins Cole on commentary. Excuse me. Sorry. To welcome us to the show. The two bring up the rumors surrounding Ripley heading into tonight's show. Cole points out tonight marks the 380th day of her reign as champion. Damn, so yeah, so that's where it's gonna stop at 380th day for now. WWE Raw GM and Pierce is already in the ring. Ripley says she assumes we all know what's going on. Ripley says she has an injury that is going to keep her out for months. She says she's out here to vacate the thing that means the most. Her fans chant bullshit. She says she agrees it is. She then lays a towel down in the ring and talks about how painful this is for her to do. Ripley begins breaking down as fans break out in a thank you, mommy. Damn. I'm trying to cry here. Ripley says this has all happened because of Liv Morgan's revenge tour. She says she could have had respect for her had she had done it face to face, but she did like the coward she is from behind. This led to Liv Morgan coming out, but she is stopped by security. Ripley headbutts one of them. We head to a commercial break after we see Sheamus warming up backstage. When we return from the break, we see down-looking Ripley walking the halls. She meets up with the other members of the Judgment Day, who all huddle up for a group hug. They give her some words of encouragement before we move on. She tells them to keep the Judgment Day on top and tells them to look out for this one, pointing to Dominic Mysterio. I love you, mommy. He says, yeah, I know. She replies as she walks off. Okay, so here you go. First match, Sheamus versus Ivar. Um, Back inside the arena, we hear the familiar sounds of Sheamus's old theme song, and out comes the Celtic Warrior for his first in-ring action for WWE since August 2023. So yes, finally he brought his own theme song and stuff when he first started in WWE back in 2009. I remember that. Thank goodness he's back. As he returns from a lengthy injury timeout due to neck issues, Cole and McAfee proclaiming Fight Night on commentary as Sheamus yells Fella as he heads to the ring. Alright. Sheamus settles inside the ring and his music dies out. The sounds of the Viking Raiders theme hits next, and out comes Ivar. He settles in the ring, and bell sounds to get this one officially off and running. Sheamus and Ivar collide early on. Ivar takes the early lead, but Sheamus takes over as Ivar heads to the top rope. He joins him up there and holds him upside down on his back, where he hits an insane top rope white noise on the big fella. All that now, we should gears head to a mid-match commercial break. As the action continues, we return from the break to see the action still in progress. Ivar gains the upper hand again and beats Sheamus down in the corner. Sheamus yells, "Come on, fella, is that how you got?" And then pops up and hits a big knee padless kneecap that lays out the big man. He hits his brogue kick for the win. Alright, the winner is Sheamus. Alright, we have something coming up next. When we return from the break, we see the ring decked out with the podium and red carpet. The theme for Paul Trebage Levesque hits, and out comes the WWE Chief Officer. He joins Raw GM and Pierce in the ring. He talks about this being a new era. Pierce mentions how we went into WrestleMania 4 with one set of tag champs and come out with two. They bring out Awesome Truth and present them with the new tag team title belts for Raw. Sorry, I will try not to yell. For the Raw brand, which will be known as the World Tag Team Champions going forward. Drew goes on a comedic rampage, confusing the podium with the new title belts and a cloth covering them to a magic trick that magician would perform when cutting a lady in half by the hand. We learned there will be a three-way tag match right now to determine their first contenders and challenge for the new belts. All right, so second match is the World Tag Team Championship Eliminator. New Day versus DIY versus the Creed Brothers. As we saw back from the commercial break, the team of DIY made their way out. Next are the Creed Brothers and the New Day. These are three teams that will be competing to determine who will be the face to challenge Awesome Truth for the newly introduced World Tag Team Championships. Alright, the bell sounds are official overrun with this one. We see some good, fast-paced, back and forth action to get things started, and then we head into a mid-match commercial break. When we return, we see each team get a moment to shine, with DIY ultimately hitting their finishers to pick on the win. They will now challenge Awesome Truth, who are at ringside for their newly introduced title belts. The winner and number one contenders DIY. Alright, backstage, we see a member of the WWE broadcast team attempt to catch up with Drew McIntyre after footage is shown of CM Punk costing him the number one contender match last week on Raw. McIntyre has a big smile on his face. He is told this is not the reaction people expected. After last week, he continued smiling, but then he drops a smile and loses it, kicking over a big TV. We head to another commercial break. Every time I read, I yawn. Sorry, guys. When we return from the break, this is the third match. Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell versus Ivy Nile and Maxine Bree. When we return from the break, the team of Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell make their way to the ring. Or in the ring, the team of Ivy Nile and Maxine Bree. Bell sounds official running with this one. Early on, we see some back and forth action, and then it is LeRae working on the Bree for several minutes, dominating the offense and showcasing her heel persona. In the end, Hartwell hits a cheap shot behind the ref's back and helps keep Nile from breaking up the pin that LeRae scores on the Bree for the win. So the winners are Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Alright, next match is Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio. We shoot to a video package that showed Damian Priest as the first Puerto Rican WWE champion in over 50 years. Damn. Including footage from his WrestleMania 40 weekend in last week's Raw. We then shoot backstage where the Judgment Day look down in the dumps. Priest gives him a pep talk. Dom is fired up. Finn Balor thinks they should focus on regaining the tag titles. Balor ends up getting on board. Back inside the arena, the theme for Andrade hits, and out he comes with his entrance mask on. He heads to the ring for our next match of the evening, as we head to another quick pre-match commercial break. When we return from the break, Dominic Mysterio makes his way down to the ring, accompanied by JD McDonough. After earlier today footage of Chad Gable training with the Creed Brothers for his IC title match tonight is shown. The bell sounds, and we're officially overrunning this one. Dom teases shaking hands to start things off, but ends up blasting Andrade with the chop across the chest. Sorry, guys. That leaves a giant handprint after early back and forth action. We head to a mid-match commercial break. When we return, Dom hits a Canadian destroyer on Andrade on the hard part of the apron. Moments later, Andrade fires up for a combat, knocks JD off the apron, and hits his finisher on Dom for the win. After the match, Dom and JD attack Andrade until Ricochet runs out to make the save. So the winner is Andrade. Alright, we see highlights from the SmackDown. Tama Tonga making his WWE debut alongside Solo Sikoa, who went rogue on the Bloodline, and savagely attacked Jimmy Uso backstage. Kelly talks to main event Jey Uso. He says he told Jimmy to come with him, but says he has to focus on Finn Balor tonight, we head to another commercial break. Our next match is Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Alright. Back from the break, we hear from the songs of the Hot Mess theme song as Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, who gets a special custom ring and introduction from Samantha Irving, make their way down to the ring for our next match of the evening. After they settle inside the ring, their music dies down and the entrance team for their opponents plays. Out comes Katana Chance and King Carter. They settle in the ring and the bell sounds to get this official off and running. We see some back and forth action, which wraps up with Nevin catching her opposition. She's soared off the top rope. After she ragdolls her, we see the pinfall for the victory of the complete department duo. We head to a post-match commercial break after seeing Cody Rhodes walking the halls. So winners are Chelsea Green, Piper Nevin. The Piper Nevin. Sorry. All right, we return from the break. We see Liv Morgan backstage after highlights of the top of the show are shown of Rhea Ripley is relinquishing the WWE Women's World Championship. Morgan says where was the sympathy for her when Ripley injured her shoulder and kept her on the sidelines for months. She says a shoulder for a shoulder. Back inside the arena, the theme for Cody Rhodes hits Out Comes the American Nightmare to a huge pop. The WWE Universal Champion head to the ring for our next match, or for our next segment of the week. As he asks what we want to talk about in French, which gives a big pop. He says we should all thank Adam Pearce for letting him hang around Raw since he's technically a SmackDown superstar. Cody goes on to bring up Seth freaking Rollins vowing to be his shield and delivering that promise at WrestleMania 40. He thanks him for that. The fans chant, "Thank you, Seth." He then brings up recent comments from The Rock, who spoke about his WrestleMania 40 weekend. He says he doesn't think The Rock has one more match left in him. He thinks he's got a lot more than that. Rose then brings out main event Jey Uso as someone else he wants to think. He makes his way to the ring. The two have some fun, and then Cody brings up Uso about to fight with Finn Balor. He tells him he'll have his back. Uso says he needs to do this alone. Cody says he understands. Cody hugs him and says, "Until we yeet again," as we head to another commercial break. Alright, next match is main event Jey Uso versus Finn Balor. As we settle back in from the break, Kathy Kelly catches up with Nia Jax. She has asked about the Rhea Ripley situation. She says she doesn't feel sorry for Ripley one bit. She says now she's going to take over the women's title. She says there are two types of people: those who fear Nia Jax and those who learn to fear Nia Jax. Back inside the arena, we hear Jey Uso's theme playing, still playing. Cut them off entrance for tune for the Finn Balor. Prince Finn Balor hits. He comes into the ring from behind and attacks Uso before the match officially begins. A few moments later, the bell sounds to get this official overrunning. Balor takes the early offensive lead over Uso after the cheap short start. We see more back and forth offense, and then we head into a mid-match commercial break. When we return, we see Finn Balor go on a big offensive run, which Uso stops dead in his tracks. We see the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest grab his title backstage and storm out while watching this monitor. Moments later, Uso hits a Uso splash for the win. After the match, Priest comes down to the ring and stares down his first title challenger heading into a WWE Backlash France from behind. JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor attack him. Uso scrambles free and escapes through the crowd to the back. He heads through through fans buying drinks, etc., even pushing one fan out of the way that walked in front of him, not realizing it was him. For a big laugh from the crowd, he yells "deuces" and walks out. All right, winner main event Jey Uso. All right, main event time. Here we go. WWE Intercontinental Champion, um, Sami Zayn, who is the champion, versus Chad Gable. Jey Uso stops and sees Sami Zayn staring up at the building. Uso asks what he's doing. Um, Zayn mentions how so many years ago he stood outside the building as a fan. Uso says, "Go get him." Zayn heads into the building and tells the cameraman, "Want to see the best?" Where am I at? Want to see the best wrestling scene in the world? Um, he says, "Watch this," and then takes the same path Uso took to exit the building to enter the arena through the crowd. The Goodfellas Kitchen single camera shot follows him all the way through, where he merges in a sea of fans, loudly singing along as his theme hits. A fan hands him a Canadian flag, which he takes wraps around himself, and begins the long walk down through the crowd to the ring for our main event of the evening. He gets all the way to the bottom. He says, "Let's go again," while he walks back up the other side of the crowd as we head to a commercial break. When we return from the break, we see Zayn wrapping up his entrance and announced that a new WWE World Women's Champion will be crowned on next week's episode of WWE Monday Night Raw. Also scheduled for the show next week is Awesome Truth versus DIY for the new WWE World Tag Team Championships, as well as Ricochet and Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough in a tag team action. Backstage, we see Bronson Reed confront Chad Gable right before he is about to head out to the ring. Reed delivers a warning to Chad Gable, who ignores him as his shush plays in the arena and his theme gets going. Out it comes for our final match of the evening. The bell sounds, and for sure run this one, we see some intense back and forth action. As things get started, the two get in a fiery nose to nose stare down as we head to mid-match break. Upon from the break, we hear a loud ole 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 chants as Zayn gets some time in the offensive spotlight. After he hits some big spots, Gable starts to take over in front of his very one-sided pro. Zayn crowd in Montreal after Gable hits a impressive athletic high spot. We shift gears and head to another match commercial break. When we return, we see Gable hit a modified angle slam off the top rope on Zayn. Ouch. Sammy's wife is shown reacting to this. The crowd. Gable continued to dominate the majority of the offensive in the final minutes of the main event title tilt. He starts the ankle lock on the leg of Zayn's that he has been working on throughout the match. Zayn is stuck in on the hole forever, but he eventually escapes to keep this one going. Zayn hits a big explorer suplex on Gable into the turnbuckle in the corner of the ring. He backs up and sprints forward, connecting with a haluva kick for the pinfall victory for the win. With the win, Zayn retains the IC title to a huge hometown pop. Oh shit! Hold on. God damn it! Sorry guys, my thing went by itself. So winner and still WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. After the match, we see Sammy's wife celebrating his win in the crowd. Zayn poses with his title in the middle of the ring as we see some blood on his dome from the match. He lays the title down and looks over at an upset Gable. And he heads over to console him. Gable isn't interested but ends up letting him help him up. He holds back tears, raises Zayn's hand in victory, and exits the ring. Zayn heads over to hug his dad and wife in the crowd, but as he does, he is attacked from behind by Gable. Gable takes him out with a German suplex on the floor Darren runs him onto the steel ring post. He throws him on the commentary desk and then back into the ring. He snaps an ankle lock on Zayn's bag leg through the ropes as officials try and pull him off. That's how the official go blah blah blah. Anyways, yeah, that was a good showtime. So sorry, my camera's acting all weird. But anyways, it was a good showtime. And yes, Chad Gable turned heel and all that stuff. So it's now Chad Gable's a bad guy. Liv Morgan seems like a bad girl already. So yeah, because of Rhea Ripley and all that stuff. So damn, I'm so upset that Ripley had to vacate her title, all that stuff. But Chad Gable, man, damn, I didn't expect that. But because I think we have been saying this for a long time now that Chad Gable has been jealous because he didn't win the IC title for himself. So now Chad Gable turned heel and got pissed off towards the end. So yeah, tonight was good and stuff, and thank goodness for new tag team titles. So pretty sure SmackDown would have the same thing this Friday night and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, that was it for this channel. Um, I got this out of the way a little early, but yeah, because I always do this late, all that stuff. But yeah. Anyways, that was the first channel. Always like this video, if not, whatever. So like, subscribe, favorite, hit that bell button, all that stuff. Hit that bell button. I'm sorry, I said it so fast. If you don't, I don't care, but whatever. Anyways, that was it for this video, and I'll see y'all in next video, whatever, and all that stuff. So, thank you, and see y'all later. Laters.